welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It is arguably the biggest game on planet Earth. And now this grand game enters its 6th decade. We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi Stadium for Super Bowl 60. Coming up, a battle here in the NFL playoffs. It's the AFC champion, Jacksonville Jaguars, and the champions of the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles. What a thrill! Tonight, we celebrate 60 years of Super Bowls and do it in style. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you here from Santa Clara. And Greg, the Eagles are right back here looking to do what the Chiefs did right before them. Win back-to-back Super Bowls and lift that Lombardi trophy for the 2nd consecutive year.
We are the precipice of the next dynasty. What we've talked about in years past with the New England Patriots and then more recently the Kansas City Chiefs. After last year's dominating Super Bowl performance, this roster, what Philadelphia has been able to put together these last couple years, I think a Super Bowl win here today, and now they become maybe that new top-of-the-heap team that we talk about here in the NFL.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. And off we go on EA Sports. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
All week long, they just keep telling themselves it's just another game, and then reality sets in. And I promise, as he takes the field right now, Mike, the thoughts and the emotions swirling around his head, he's got to do his best to harness it. These are the games that legacies are built upon. He understands, even though he's had this long journey, he is going to be judged based on these next 4 quarters.
By Smith, and they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's good. Hurts finding Smith, and an Eagle first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. Defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy 1st down. Really well done.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Great.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
This one is caught by Dotson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
No touch that. No touch.
They'll run the counter with Barkley. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
They'll run with Barkley. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, after 2 weeks of anticipation, 2 weeks of scrutiny, I'm not sure if you could start a Super Bowl game any better than we just saw here, Mike. I mean, to take that ball down methodically, play after play, and end up with a touchdown, it just allows you to settle into the game, settle your entire sideline, and take a deep breath. Now it's up to the defense to go out there and try to get a stop, and you just can't start a Super Bowl any better than that.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. They'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So here comes the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive, Mike. I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, their regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream.
Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7.
23. Here we go.
They'll run it once more with Etienne. Up the sideline, past midfield. A big play here in the big game. And even 50 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Red on red.
They go play action for Lawrence. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Travis Hunter was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Jaguars come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready now for their 2nd drive. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down.
I be on my little mouse drill. All that rapping, pay your bills.
Great.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they will bring him down from the other side of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Pickup of the 11 yards on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
A loss of 2.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off and there was nowhere for that running back.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
It's third down.
Third and long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one's broken up in the end zone, and it's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there, and now it's fourth down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This a 57-yard attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10.
Ready. Hey, go. Son. Here we go, son.
The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Mitchell on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 5 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 9. Once again, it's Etienne. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten yards, but it will set up third down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Son, this one's hot. Here we go, son.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. There's a short one. He's got screen. It's a gain of 12 there. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Hey, tomato. Son.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. Reed Blankenship coming up from his safety spot to make the stop. Just shy of midfield. Here's second down and 7. Lawrence. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. He'll try to run for it. And that's not going to do it. They'll get about 3, but it's 4th and long coming up.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he's going to have an Eagles first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Barkley running left. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers. It's a gain of 9. From the 41, it's 2nd and 1. On play action, here's Hurts. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 55 yards on the game. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. Saquon. And he's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Dotson, the man in motion. 3rd and goal for Hurts. This one caught at the 4.
Great coverage here defensively. Not only the ability to take away all the end zone targets from the quarterback and force him to check the ball down to the back on the swing, but then also the pursuit to the ball carrier to keep him short of the end zone.
They'll try it now with Barkley. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
Hey. Silver.
Lawrence. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
35-yard line.
All right, let's go. Hey, change the time.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Jacksonville.
First down, Jaguars.
So, 1 quarter down here on Super Bowl Sunday. 17-7 is the score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins, as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Red on red. Hey, Ginger. Zach. Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
Here we go.
We're going to run it, and this is LaQuint Allen. And he's followed up after a gain of a yard.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
This one caught left side, that's strange. A gain there of 15. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
Jacksonville.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Hey, son.
They'll run. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Patience Newton. And he does some good work on the ground here. Going to take it inside the 30 with a run of 8 yards. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
Lisa 24.
On the handoff, it's Etienne. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
3rd down, 3 to go.
Hey, go. Soga, it's hot.
Now here's Lawrence. He'll find his tight end. It's Strange. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field. But they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
From the toss here to Etienne. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up
Second and 5.
On red. Silver.
Now this is going to be a design run. A dive, but he's hit, and the ball's out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
So as you start operating your red zone offense, of course it goes without saying, like, you're trying to score touchdowns. But the worst case scenario is that you bring your field goal unit and you at least try for 3. You have to protect the ball. Turnovers are the cardinal sin of red zone offense. In this case, they dodge a little bit of a bullet here. The ball comes loose. Fortunately for the ball carrier, his own team recovers it. They can keep their offense on the field and see if they can finish this drive.
And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Big play coming up, 3rd and goal.
Red on red. Hey, Soko, it's hot. Here we go.
To throw is Lawrence. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown. So they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. Good blocking, and he's in. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars.
You just had a feeling that this might be coming, right? It's kind of been brewing all game. Like you see it so often on 4th down. The most difficult play to defend deep in the red zone is quarterback scramble. The defense lets the quarterback get outside the pocket. It puts so much pressure on your paced defenders in the secondary, and they can't latch on, and he takes it on himself.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. And look at this. The extra point is blocked. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. The lead sits at 4. We'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That one pulled in by Brown. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Hurts. That's a short one. Caught by Gunn. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. there.
It's a loss of 2.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good play.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
That's Goddard in motion. On first down, it's Hurts. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. These two in rhythm. 12 more yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun. They give it to Buckley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And 10 yards.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch.
And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott on now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Eagles add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Parker Washington. They'll get across the 20, cross him down to the 23-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Trying to establish some tempo. Start this one with first and 10.
Ginger. Duck.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. From the 39, here's a first and 10.
Red on red. Hey, Ginger, attack!
To throw is Lawrence. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. Second down, Lawrence. That's complete. It's Parker Washington. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guaretees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and long.
That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. So from the 25, it's 2nd and 5.
The Jaguars' 25-yard line.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. And certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short. Gets a fresh set of downs. And now we got to see if they can come away with some points.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
2nd down and 3.
At the 13-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And he's in! Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now.
Red on red. Turn, this is hot. Silver.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. He'll get this complete to Allen. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
Hey, hey, hey.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Up couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
It is 2nd and 9.
Hey, run! Hey, Soko.
Now Lawrence. That's swung out to ETN. And he won't get away. Good offensive tackle there to get him down behind the line. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Hey, easy, Ralph, son, this one's hot.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he's going to have a first down. They get into field goal range here at the 29.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Hey, Lion!
Lawrence now on 2nd down. There's a short one. He's got Spain. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're 2nd. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
Go! Hey, Ginger! Duck! Here we go.
Here's Lawrence. Left side, caught by Hunter. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. Now it's 2nd and 1.
Hey, let's go. Son, this one's hot.
Lawrence. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
Soko's hot. Silver.
Lawrence from the gun. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. So, halftime here out west. Let's send it east to Scott Hansen. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. 2 quarters left in the NFL season. as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. Now an opening past the 30. Still on the move. A tremendous return. He's already got him in field goal range.
And for a team that didn't show a whole lot of fight in this first half, Mike, that's a heck of a way to start quarter number 3. Oftentimes, when the offense or the defense finds themselves struggling, it's the special teams that light a fire into these guys. And I'll tell you, that's a heck of a return to give this offense great starting field position.
Fred on the red. Hey, son.
On first down, Lawrence gets it away quickly, and it's caught. We'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 20, here's second down and 6.
Hey.
Lawrence. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Nothing the quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On the handoff, it's Allen. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3
run!
At the 6-yard line.
They go back to Allen. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Here we go.
They show he can't sweep and instead run it up the middle. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Now here's Lawrence. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do. Going for it on fourth down, give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's second and 11. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line. 17 yards on that play. Good for an Eagles first down.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat. He does the rest. When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Great, set. All right, anyway, no turn, set.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. They get 22 yards there. First down, Philadelphia.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Hurts going to call his own number. Showing off the footwork, sliding down after a gain of 8.
8 yards on the
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
And he will score again. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Done. It's hot.
Throwing is Lawrence. Moving outside the pocket. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
This one hauled in by Thomas. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Silver.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway. He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And get it. Liam Cohen has thrown the challenge flag. He wants a second look at this one.
Previous play is under review.
What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right. But it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge doesn't change the official's decision. They're going to keep the spot right where it was. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he is tough to bring down. Finally, the defense gets him on the ground. It'll be no gain on that one.
1 yard
from the 41. Here's 2nd and 9.
Great, set. Trimmer.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's a short one. Caught by Goddard. He's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball.
They try and get there on the ground.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. He's got a tight end out to the left. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. That's right side. He's got counted Terra. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll go with the sneak. Good job on the ground to pick it up. Mark it at the 38. Move those chains. 1st down. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Great, set. On anyone, set.
On 2nd down, Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They gained 18 yards on that one. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Barkley. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backdoor? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
He brings it down to the 5-yard line, but now it is 3rd and goal. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. 3rd and goal. To throw is Hurts. That one taken in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the 1st half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin then. The Jags offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Lisa 24. Soga, hot. Here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Escaping to his left. He's going to keep it himself. Can't beat those legs. 13 yards pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Hey, Lion. Hey, Soko, it's hot.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. There's Hunter. It's complete. Down the left sideline. And they will finally get him out of bounds. It is a big hitter to close out the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Super Bowl 59. EA Sports back for the fourth from SoFi after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Hey, go. Son, it's hot.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is. So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and
he will get into the end zone. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least we'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Hey. Ginger.
To throw is Lawrence. Exiting the pocket right. And he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful two-point conversion. Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
2nd and 10. Now, Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now Barkley. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Here's a run. And he's got another one. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That's it. That's the Super Bowl record. A game to remember. His 4th touchdown of the night. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will add one more onto their big lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Hey, lion. Hey, tomato. Cut.
They go play action for Lawrence.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Hey, run. Here we go.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. That one good for 29. 1st and 10.
First down, Jacksonville.
Rip, 23. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Preston Strange was his intended target. And it'll be 2nd down.
On red.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ball game.
And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Fred on red. Red.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. That is Josh Uche in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9.
These are 24.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball. And he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big play here in the big game. To gain of 43 yards. Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
All right, let's go.
Lawrence. Quick throw, taken in. He'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. They look to run. It's ETN. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. that his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked up by Quinyon Mitchell.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
Free kick out of bounds.
That's the thing about these onside kicks. They're really unpredictable. You're trying to get the ball to take that big high hop, but it doesn't. It ends up just going through everybody on the recovery team and ends up going out of bounds.
Hurts delivers it quick to Brown. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Second and 6.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's got his tight end Goddard working the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's good.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Great.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And he will carry his offense to the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line, a pickup of 9.
Andrew Winger.
2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Hurts going to hold on to this one. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And he's down at 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Jaguars offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Lisa 24. Their son.
Now Lawrence. Left side, caught by Hunter. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 28-yard line.
Hey.
Throwing is Lawrence. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Brandon Grass. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long.
Hey, let's go.
Lawrence. Pass caught by Hunter. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping them short on 3rd down. Brings up 4th, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10.
Rib, 23.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. This ball batted away. That's incomplete. Parker Washington was the intended receiver. It's second down.
And the defender does such a good job, like not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
On red.
Second down, Lawrence. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Hey, run. Son, it's a hunt.
Lawrence now. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. This one, incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. The Eagles offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. So, from the 37, here's second and 6. Once again, it's Parker. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
First and 10.
Just under 2 minutes to play on Super Bowl Sunday. We're back to write a finish to the season after this. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run. It's Barkley. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. Second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. He'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're second, and it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Third and 2. Here we go. They'll try to run here with Barkley. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Eagles will extend their lead.
Jake Elliott to kick
So the kickoff
off
team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Washington now to return it. They'll try to run a reverse. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. To throw is Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That is hard. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Now the Jags will use their third and final timeout, and they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the fourth. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. There's Hunter. It's complete. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal. He's taken down at about the 8.
At the 8-yard line. Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
After a long two-week build-up here in the Bay Area, the moment has finally arrived. It is time for football here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Folks, this is Super Bowl 60, and we've got an outstanding matchup on tap. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this is a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys are now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And we are underway on Sunday Night Prime Time. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Across midfield, and finally down at the 36-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, after the standard two-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. 16 as the drive continues.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Eagles, 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. This is 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Hey, so go. Hot.
A fake on the jet sweep. Now Lawrence on play action.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to pull that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Lawrence will throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Everyone rolls into the Super Bowl saying, hey, I'm confident. I'll just do what I did before. But let's face it, you got to be wary of the jitters going into a big game like this. Super Bowl's unlike any other game you're going to play.
And now he's starting out 0 for 2. We'll see if he can rebound.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw them for a loss.
And that would be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
On the sneak, it's Hurts.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Here's Hurts to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Now a run, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting it with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline.
Oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
A 47-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now Lawrence to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Got a man, that's Hunter.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Son, son!
Lawrence.
A short throw taken in by Long.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Lawrence giving to ETN here on the option. And this will be a Jaguars first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. so far it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Let's go. Hey, tomato. Cut. Here we go.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, Lion. Hey, son, Silver.
ETN trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Red 23. Red.
Once more ETN, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is holding strong, but they're going to need one more stop, maybe 2 more stops. And where the ball is on the field, the offensive playbook remains wide open. They've got to be alert for anything.
Snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Hey, run. Hey, attention.
Going for it, here's ETN.
And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He stoned at the 1-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
On the option left, it's Hurts.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
He's got Smith here. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. 2nd quarter coming your way next.
10-zip our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports.
Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year, Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2.
Set.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
To Barkley on the check down. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 9.
Great.
At the 33-yard line.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Third catch in this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Barkley inside handoff. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 31, here's second and 3.
He'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Great. Set. Set.
Out of the gun now on third down. Got him in. It's Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, you're just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
63.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they go instead with Barkley.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play. But it does bring into question, one, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it.
And they'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles can tap for this Super Bowl.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Jacksonville offense gets the ball back. Travis Etienne and company head back out there.
He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go just play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
That's complete to Parker Washington.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here's Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he was able to pick up the first down in the process.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Easy. Route. Son, it's hot.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Jordan Davis
Collapses the pocket and drops it for a loss of 3. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Now Lawrence.
And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete to Washington. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
24.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
Hey, go! Hey, here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Got an open man, it's Washington. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Parker Washington.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars are on the board here in this Super Bowl.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's 17-7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
In motion left comes Brown.
Let's go.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 41-yard line.
Set.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And that leads to a Philadelphia first.
32-yard line.
Great, set. Trim.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. Over the middle to Smith. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a gain of 3.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds. But a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Travis Etienne of the Jags offense set to take over again here.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
right, let's go. Hey, tomato. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Easy, Ralph. Hey, attention.
Lawrence will throw.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Thomas runs it in. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, that brings up fourth down.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one.
Second and 5 from the 8.
Hey, run.
Lawrence.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here.
The Jaguars will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. The Eagles offense is going to take over late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And there's a complete separation to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Great.
Throwing is Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. Out left to Dotson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 6. And an Eagles first down.
Great, set.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. That one behind his man, incomplete. So halftime now here on Sunday night prime time. Let's get it to Scott Hanson in Orlando with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the 2nd half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
And they trail here in this Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the 3rd quarter.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, tomato.
Here's Allen. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
On the slant, he finds Washington.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
These are 24. Hey, Denver.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10.
All right, let's go.
They run the draw play. Allen. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Jags have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl.
That's a great alternative there to the old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Instead, let your quarterback take it in the shotgun and essentially choose his own path. He scans the situation, makes the right read, and takes it into the end zone on the QB draw.
Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just letting you know, heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
At the 23-yard line.
Now Hurts on the option right.
Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, he's certainly dangerous when he spots a lane and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, Gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll go to Barkley again. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
The man in motion is Brown. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
No touch that. No touch that.
Up the middle with Barkley. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered him down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That one complete out to Dotson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
First and goal.
No touch that.
Barkley is going backwards here. They come in and drop it all the way back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Great.
Hurts completing this one quickly. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Jaguars getting set to go. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive if they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They start the drive with a give to Allen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Lawrence. Washington's got him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Hey, Ginger, time.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Hunter. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Travis Etienne, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
We're getting set up for what should be a great 4th quarter. This has been a hard-hitting game because both teams have punched and counter-punched equally well. And here's a good finish to this drive. A touchdown run here late in the 3rd quarter.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now an option play on second down.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. Hurts sets up to throw it.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And now out come the Jags.
And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter.
Red on the red. Hey, Soko, hot. Here we go.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
71 yards now for ETN, and he's got a first down.
That run successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
To throw on second and 10, Lawrence.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Turn. It's hot.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Looking long for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 45 yards. Field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
He's at 24. Hey, son, it's hot.
They'll run with ETN.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis
Travis Etienne, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jaguars have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Hurts.
His short throw caught by Goddard. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a 1st down.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Hey, Soko, it's hot.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Little partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today, to try and get him over 100 yards. I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
Another toe for ETN.
And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Carry for Allen. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Hey, go! Hey, attention, touch!
They'll run with Allen. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second and 5.
Hey, run! Hey, son. Here we go, son.
Now Allen. And he'll get this down only to the 18. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Rip, 23. Hey, tomato.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll try and do this himself.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence
from 17 yards out.
And the Jaguars are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is up to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing is Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. Hurts fumbles it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard
From the gun, it's Hurts. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Smith catches left side. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he'll get this down to the 36.
And an Eagles first.
Here's Hurts to throw. Complete, it's Dotson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 27-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11.
16 yards. That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl.
And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
The kick is good.
Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne.
He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
Lawrence will throw. On the slant, he finds Washington.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Hey, danger. Touch.
Up the middle they go. It's Allen. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
Rip, 23.
Lawrence. He's got his two-foot. That's complete.
And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
First down, Jacksonville.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Son.
Now Lawrence to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete.
Let's go.
And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Red on red.
On a jet sweep, here's Travis Hunter.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Lion. Hey, Ginger.
They go play action with Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hey.
Back to throw, Lawrence.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Trying to traffic there, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here's first and 10.
Back to throw.
Pass complete. Got it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Nice. Well coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
They'll come up now on second down.
He's back to throw.
He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's first and 10.
Back to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36.
That's another Eagles.
And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes second and 10.
They'll look to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A gain of 9 brings up third and 1.
He'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Jaguars have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time in the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties, you're not going to hold corners with any looks, because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Jaguars have done it. Jacksonville, the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Commissioner Goodell going to make the presentation as he hands. They are your Super Bowl 60 champions. So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the hardworking men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying good night from Santa Clara.